What's up, ninjas? Matthias here with Kage Fitness, Shinobi General Apparel, and today we're going to be reading Genesis 22. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham, and said unto him, Abraham, and he said, Behold, here I am. And he said, Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. And Abram rose up early in the morning, and saddled his ass, and took two of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and, clave the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went on to the place of which God had told him. Then on the third day Abram lifted up his eyes, and saw the place afar off. And Abram said unto his young men, Abide ye here with the ass, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship, and come again to you. And Abram took the wood of the burnt offering, and laid it upon Isaac's his son. And he took the fire in his hand, and a knife, and they went both of them together. And Isaac spake unto Abram his father, and said, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. And he said, Behold the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? And Abram said, My son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. So they went both of them together. And they came to the place which God had told him of. And Abram built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abram stretched forth his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of the heaven, and said, Abram, Abram. And he said, Here I am. And he said, Lay not thine hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, from me. And and Abram lifted up his eyes, and looked, and behold, him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. And Abram went and took the ram, and offered him up for a burnt offering instead of his son. And Abram called the name of the place Jehovah Jireh, as it is said to this day, In the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abram out of heaven the second time, and said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thee, thy seed, as the stars of the heavens, and as the sand which is upon the seashore. And thy seed shall possess the gates of his enemies. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. So Abram returned upon his young men, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba. And Abram dwelt at Beersheba. And it came to pass after these things that it was told Abram, saying, Behold, Milcah, she has also borne children unto thy brother Nahor. Huz his firstborn, and Buz his brother, and Kenmul the father of Aram, and Ches, and Hazu, and Philidash, and Jilap, and Bethuel, begot Rebekah. These 8 Milcah did bear to Nahor, Abram's brother, and his concubine, whose name was Ramah. She bare also Tebel, and Gaham, and Tahash, and Makan. And that's it for Genesis 22. Come read them again. We're in Genesis 23. All right, peace.